What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Jordan. Or that's what they call me. That's what they call me. Jordan Echo. Call me Alec, his galactic guardian. Okay. In this video, we're going to be going over perfectionism. This has been like one of my most deeply ingrained traumas my whole life. Hopefully that classical not too loud. I like classical in the background, Baroque. So growing up as a child, 4 or 5 years old, grew up in a basketball family. All I knew was basketball. Watching NBA, watching the Illini, right? The Fighting Illini, Go Chief, right? The Chief, right? And all I wanted to do was to go to the NBA. You know, I was drawing pictures of the NBA players. I had the action figures. You know, me and my older brother played the game. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. And when I was like, 9, 10, 11 years old, I saw my older brother. He was achieving success. He was all conference in basketball, all conference in baseball, and all conference in football. All three. And there I am, 9, 10 years old, like, damn, I want to do that. I'm so excited. I just little hoop in the living room, right? Literally just right over there. I just little hoop in the living room. And I was playing. I was imagining that I was there. I was in the high school team. And I was imagining who's going to be in the starting lineup. And I was like, how many points is who has what? Who has how many points? I was keeping stats. I was keeping the score, right? I was saying, we're going to play against this team. We're going to play against that team. And it was all I knew. And as I was growing up, I felt like I constantly had the expectations on me to live up to, what my brother had done, to what my dad had done. My dad scoring a 30-point game, my brother scoring a 28-point game. There I am, this kid, like, I got to fill in these shoes. And it was like, I put in so much work and effort in. It was like it was never enough. Because as I was growing up, and as I was getting into high school, specifically, I guess to give you context, because I just written about this. I just written some articles on Medium, which I have not published yet, by the time of me creating this video, and which I may publish. We'll see. Okay. And in 8th grade specifically, this is when, like, the hard work was playing off. Matter of fact, I wasn't even taking it so seriously at this time. Now that I think of it, I wasn't taking it so seriously because I didn't really care, because I had the cutest girlfriend. I was already better than everyone. So like I was taller than everyone. I was faster than everyone. So I didn't really have to try. So I just kind of just walked in there and I got buckets, and I didn't think much of it. I knew I was the best. So I just came in and played like it. But what happened was, you see, me and this girl, right? Long story short, because it's not about the girl in this video. We'll talk about it in another video, I'm sure. But, this girl she was like the best too. She was the best at her thing, okay? And she did volleyball, she did basketball, she did track. She was really good at track, right? She was really good at track, and she was a cheerleader as well. You know what I mean? I was proud. I was proud of her. You know what I'm saying? Bandana Bay, okay? That's still what been answers to this day. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so it's interesting, this story. So what happened was, going into freshman year, I was like, I can play football too. I want to play football. My brother played football. But what happened was, I was so identified with this relationship with this girl. I was like, basketball is my real thing. I don't want to get injured. I want to spend time with my girl. So let me just not play football. And what happened was, she ended up breaking up with me. She ended up breaking up with me, and it crushed me. It crushed me. I felt like a loser, felt like a failure, and I felt like, I got to make this up. I got to make up for this in basketball. But I was just so depressed freshman year. I couldn't really focus. I just couldn't focus. I was just like, I mean, she had just broken up with me, and there I am, in my high school freshman year. Like, now what? What am I gonna do? I don't give a fuck about anything. I said, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? Playing video games and on Pornhub, just distracting myself. Like, I'm like depressed at school. You know what I mean? And my teachers notice. Like, I'm usually the most brightest. I'm like really bright and happy. You know what I mean? And they're noticed. Like, dude, you're not right. What's good? You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, a girlfriend broke up with me. You know, and I was crushed because she was the best. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck. But what happened was, now I had this chip on my shoulder. Okay. I already got the expectations to live up to what my brother had done, what my dad had done, but now I'm a loser. I'm a failure, and I can't be seen like that. I gotta come out here and be perfect. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this workout plan in. I'm gonna wake up in the morning. I'm gonna go before school. I'm gonna go after school. I'm gonna count my shots. I'm gonna count my points. And then like when I get in the game, it's gotta work. I gotta be the best because I can't be a fucking loser. Not because my girlfriend broke up. And then there it is. Oh, the perfectionist cycle comes in, and the cycle really goes. It is deep. It's deep, bro. It's cycles and cycles and cycles leading me up to this day. Like, oh my God, bro. This is like, it's interesting how it works, bro. But I was just writing about it, and I was like, damn, that's where it comes from. It's like, damn, that's deep. And then, so like, all throughout high school, I'm putting in more work than everyone. I'm trying so hard to make it perfect. You know, and I had this belief that if I don't get my entire warm-up routine before I shoot in the game, I'm not going to be able to make a shot because I have to have the whole warm-up routine perfect because otherwise it's just not going to work. And then you see people that didn't practice at all outside of practice. Like they never worked out during others. Like in baseball, they never played basketball. And during football season, they never played basketball. But me, I was playing all seasons. Okay, I was working the hardest because I have to be the best. And there I am, I go into the game. I'm afraid to be myself because it's not going to be good enough. Oh, I'm not going to get the validation. I'm not going to get my dad and my mom. You know, they're looking at me like, you're putting in all this work. I mean, you know, whatever it is, didn't play football. What about baseball? You trying so hard at basketball. And they may not actually said this to me, but that's how I felt. You know, and I was like, damn, I'm putting in all this extra time in basketball. I got to make this count during the season. Like, I have to. Otherwise, like, I'm a loser. Because why would I put in all this extra time and not get anything in return? So there I am, the perfectionist that the girlfriend broke up with me. Oh, now I'm this loser here on the court. So I've carried this loser identity into the game. I start getting injured. And it was almost like, you know, I was getting called names by my friends and family, like a crybaby, you're the cripple, you know what I mean? And I was just like, and I just felt like a victim. You know what I mean? I just felt like a victim. My girlfriend broke up with me, now I'm injured. I'm trying so hard to make this work, God. Why is this happening to me? And I'm getting annoyed. And I mean, I'm just getting really annoyed at myself at this point in time during high school. And I'm like, I gotta go college. You know what I mean? It's because even if I don't go pro, I got injured, whatever it is, at least I gotta go college. I mean, I gotta at least go to college. Because like, otherwise then what? What am I gonna do with my life? My whole life since I was a kid, I wanted to go to the NBA. So now what? Mind you, 8th grade, I'm dropping 20 points a game. 7th grade, 20 points a game. You know what I'm saying? I'm dunking as a sophomore in high school. Okay, and then I get injured. You know what I'm saying? I get injured the ankles, the knees, the tendonitis. Okay, the sprained ankles over and over again because I'm overworking myself because I got to be perfect. Okay, and then, you know, junior year, you know, I didn't even start every game. And I mean, there I was. Had the skill set to be the best player in the conference. I put in the work to be the best player in the conference. Whatever, that's what I wanted to be. I want to be the best. But when it came to the game, I was so like worried about what people think because if I'm not gonna be perfect, because I mean, there's kids on the team that they don't even really care about basketball, and they're sitting there starting, and there I am every single day, morning and after school, like putting in all this work, like I'm gonna go to pro, I'm gonna go to college. And then there's kids that don't give a fuck about the game. And they're like a soccer player, a football player, a baseball player, and they're sitting there getting more playing time than me. And I'm just like, bro, I'm a loser. Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? And then I would get in the game, and I'd have my times. You know what I'm saying? I'd have my times where I'd go in there and drop 20, or I'd go in and drop 25. I would do it. But then I was like, part of me was just had this identity of a victim. You know what I'm saying? A victim, I'm not good enough. No matter what I do, it's just not going to be good enough. All right? And then there it comes, like between junior and senior year. I'm like, okay, this is my life. I mean, I got no scholarship offers. Am I going to go somewhere? I don't know how this works. And I was like, I got to go all in. I got this course. I got this program. I'm obsessed with basketball. Yeah, I bought a course on how to get my mind right. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to meditate that year. Learned how to get into personal development that year. I learned how to write down my goals. Like I finally, set goals for the first time in my life. You know what I mean? So it's like all those failures led up to me like getting focused with my life. You know what I mean? Starting to write down my goals, starting to write down affirmation. You know what I mean? Personal development for the first time for basketball. You know what I mean? It was all around basketball. I have this training routine, I have this workout routine, I have this vertical jump training, I have everything. And so it's like, and everyone else is like, this dude's crazy. This dude's crazy. Like, you're not even starting. Why are you putting so much time? Right? And I'm just like, God damn. Like, can I just, you know what I mean? I just feel like I have all this pressure, all these eyes on me. You know, I have all these eyes on me. And I'm just like, and there I am. And there I am, senior year. Okay, senior year. The first few games, not much is happening. You know, I'm like, I want to mix up the stories. Because this is more of like that was like more of a meditation story. Because meditation is the reason why I broke through. Senior year, actually, matter of fact. It's actually where I broke through. The first time I meditated before a game. I dropped my first 30-point game in high school. It's interesting, huh? And so I was like, okay, I got to beat the school record. I got to leave, because if I'm not going to be, because you know, there's a stat sheet for high school basketball. Like, you know, they have the all-time career most scoring points, all-time in the season most scoring points. And I'm like, I got to be on there. But guess what? Freshman, sophomore, junior, I barely played. I didn't play that. Junior, I played quite a bit. I didn't start every game, but I played quite a bit. So, like, I was, like, behind. All these other guys, they started sophomore, junior, senior year. So I'm like, I'm not going to be on the career. I'm not going to be on the career list. So what can I get? Like, can I get on shooting percentage? Nope. Couldn't get on shooting percentage. See, when I'm in practice, when I'm by myself, I can sit there and make 10 threes in a row like it's nothing. I'll do that every day. I make 10 threes in a row every day. I'll make 50 free throws in a row every day. Literally every day I'll do both of those things. Like it was nothing. But then when I get into the game, I'm shooting like 30% from three or like 25% from three, which is not bad. That's not terrible. But like, you know what I'm saying? You want to be shooting better than that. You want to be shooting like 40. 40, 50. You know what I mean? In high school especially. You want to be shooting like 40, 50. I wasn't living to my potential. Okay? And, you know, there was this time during like recess at school, like when I was like a sophomore as well, kind of, you know, mix around the story a little bit, but there's these kids that I would say I thought they were better than me. They were bigger than me, stronger than me. They were older. And like, you know, if I would have been around them, I would have been probably playing their level. But I would lower myself down into this environment where, you know, I felt like I would win. So then I would feel good about myself instead of playing with the people that were better to make me better. Okay. And that was sort of a mistake that I made in high school, but a lesson that I learned, that the reason why I was doing that is because I was afraid to fail. I was afraid to lose. I was afraid to not measure up to those that were better than me because I have to be the best. Okay. And during my senior year of high school, like the last couple games, you know, I start to see college. There's a couple D3 college scouts. So we had reached out to them. They were looking at me, looking at another player. We had talked after the game. I had a good game one time, you know, it's one time. But and we ended up going to a college called Eureka. We went to a college called Eureka College in Illinois. That's where we ended up going. It's D3 school. Okay. So there I am again. Once again, I'm like, dude, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm going out. I'm leaving my parents for the first time. You know, I don't really have too much expectations. I'm just glad I made it. At this point, like, you know what I mean? I was in another relationship here, and this another very painful scenario relationship that I was in, which probably get into another video. You know what I'm saying? Because I do want to talk about my story. I feel like it's important, you know? But once again, my entire identity was in this relationship. Meanwhile, I'm playing basketball. So like I go into this school, and you know we're gonna have to go into that story another time. We're gonna have to go into that story another time. But it is an important part of my story. It is part of my story. But once again, basically, she ended up breaking up with me again. I ended up once again. My first impression in that school, was I'm depressed. Like, I'm depressed. My girlfriend just broke up with me. And once again, I had all these high expectations and hopes of what's going to happen when I get there. I'm going to learn. I'm going to be the best. I'm going to show the coach I'm ready to play. So I'm trying so hard. I got to be perfect. At least get playing time because I know I'm good enough. I mean, I got this elite guard training. I know the skills. I know the moves. I know it all, bro. I'm mastering Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? I'm doing this, but then part of me feels like I'm still soft. I'm a victim because I didn't play football. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm skinny. Oh, maybe because I'm white. My knees hurt. Oh, it was my knees. That was a big one. It was my knee. This whole belief that it's my knees. Because if it wasn't for my knees, I'm dunking on these kids. I'm just dunking. Because I was dunking when I was 16. So mind you, when I'm 18, 19, 20, You know what I mean? I'm obviously dunking easily at this point because I'm jumping every day, I'm running every day. But that wasn't the case because my knees. Because my knees. Now I know that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's just a belief. Okay, and there's certain things we can do, like the foods we eat that can, affect our inflammation in our body. There's certain things I know now I did not know at the time. So there as I go into college. Once again, I see my mirror reflections. Players that are further along than me. They're better than me, okay? And my ego could not stand that because I'm competitive. I'm comparing myself to them, not living up. So afraid to live in someone else's shadow. I don't want to be the second best, third best, fourth, fifth best. I have to be the best. I have to be the best. I have to be the best. And there I am not living up to that, afraid to go out there, maybe get some counsel and advice, maybe work out with these people, like the starting people in the starting lineup. Why am I afraid to talk to them? Why am I afraid to shoot around with them? Why am I afraid? Because what if I miss? Oh my God, what are they going to think? Like, why would I ever think that? But that's what I was thinking. That's what was going on in my head. I'm so insecure because, number one, obviously, I'm in the gym, I'm working out. So, from that point of view, when I'm in flow, I don't care what you think. But it's just when I'm getting in flow, it's I got to get warmed up first. Once I'm warmed up, I'm out of my head. I'm in the present moment. Then I'm good. But if I'm not warmed up yet, oh, fuck. Yeah, I hope you don't see me warmed up because I need to get warmed up before you see me. Because if I'm not warmed up before you see me, I might fail. I might mess up. I could be perfect. Okay. And there I am. Carrying my water gallon, jug into the gym at Eureka College. You know what I'm saying? Carrying the water about the gym. I'm afraid to talk to the coaches. You know what I mean? I'm afraid to just be myself, period. My girlfriend broke up with me again. This just happened in high school and it happened again in college. Bro, the same shit. Just when I get to this next level of my physical, how I feel about myself, my confidence, then poof, my confidence goes gone out the window over and over again. So the perfectionist, well, since now that I just lost this love, I got to make up for it by being perfect. I got to make up for it by being the greatest basketball player ever. But then if I'm not good enough, then it's the self-image thing. We wrote an article on self-image as well. They kind of align. Here, and they're kind of overlapping a bit here in this video, which is good. It's fine. And these same energy dynamics, these cycles played out in my career, in my business life after college as well, which we can get into another video. We didn't write about that part yet. I find it easier to talk about what I just wrote about. It makes it easier to get it all out in a way that makes sense. So yeah, that's my story, as a perfectionist, my experience as a perfectionist, where the beliefs actually come from, and kind of related to my current day life as well. It's been this pattern that I've been having a lot of difficulty with a lot of times over the last couple of years as well, of still kind of breaking out of the idea that I have to have a perfect schedule, a perfect routine. I have to be warmed up. Everything just got to be perfect or it's just not good enough. But there I am, I'm from the outside. You're doing fine, dude. You're good at what you do. Why do you care that much? Yeah, good question. Why do I care that much? Oh, it's because it's this trauma coming up in me. The resistance and the hesitancy to be me. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's a bar. So that's what it is, though. That's literally what it is. Because, when we get in, it's we carry this trauma. So the trauma of the lost relationship was still in my vibratory field. Therefore, I attracted circumstances, situations into my experience that mirrored back to me how I thought about myself. And then I created the same experience. Again, unconsciously, trigger even more trauma. And then we go throughout our life traumatizing ourselves with these unconscious beliefs of how we see ourselves. And then we just keep experiencing the same thing over and over again until we realize, hey, you know what? I'm not my stuff. I'm not my creations. I'm not my past. I'm not my experience. I'm the present experience in this moment. And I can break out of this cycle of thought, of emotion. I can do that. Okay, but how do we do that? Well, we got to face it. We got to face our fears. We got to face our trauma. And we got to learn how to accept ourselves, love ourselves, and heal that past version of ourselves that never got the love that, it deserved, that you deserve. Oh man, yeah. And the video games for me, I love video games, but if I'm being honest, I was using video games as an escape from my emotions. They're fun. I ain't saying nothing wrong with the video game, but I was escaping. I was escaping with it. You know what I mean? I was playing. It's okay to play video games, you know what I'm saying? 2, 3, 4 hours a day. But if you're going 8, 12, 16, okay, it's still, do that if you want. But like I said, I don't want to shame anyone for doing anything because this is what I've done. But I realized for me, I was afraid to go out there and talk to people. I was afraid to go out there and meet friends. I was afraid to go out there and, hang out with my teammates. Because why? I'm afraid to be myself because I feel like a loser. I feel like I'm not good enough. So let me just play video games in my room so no one can talk to me. And then I can just be comfortable in my shell. You know what I'm saying? But why did I even feel like that? Because in 8th grade, before my girlfriend broke up with me, I was friendly with everyone. Everyone loved me. I loved everyone. But then once my girlfriend broke up with me, now I'm afraid to be myself because it's embarrassing. It's shameful that the girlfriend broke up with me. So that same exact self-image carried into my life, literally to this day, on certain levels. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all connected, man. It's really all connected. It's all connected, and we can all break out of the patterns of enslavement of thought that we've been in. You know what I'm saying? On unconscious level, we're not aware of. So we can make a change. We can make a transformation emotionally. Okay? And we can learn how to love and accept ourselves even during difficult situations. And I'm living proof of that. All right? I'm living proof of that. And there's much more to my story. I'm sure we'll get into in other videos. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a like, comment any questions or comments that you have on there. If you have a similar experiences, I'd love to hear about yours as well. Subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. And we'll see you on the next one, baby.